Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour unto me, and thank you for breaking all the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Thank you for your Yahushua, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Yahudim.
Shalom, family. Welcome back to The Remnant Awakens. I'm your brother Pierre Ligi, coming to you from the tribe of Yehuda. Yeah, that's right. The same tribe King David and Yahusha himself came from. If you're new here, I just want to say this is a space where we dig deep, we challenge what we've been taught, and we get real about who we are as the people of Yashar El. So, today's episode is gonna ruffle some feathers, but you know what? That's what we do here. We're not here for comfort. We're here for truth. Let's get into it. So, let's start with this claim I keep hearing on YouTube. Maybe you've heard it too. People say, the Ethiopian Bible has more books and it's older, so it must be the original. But let's slow down and deal with facts. Yes, the Ethiopian canon has more books, but that doesn't make it the standard. Age doesn't equal authority. Just because something is old doesn't mean it's divinely appointed. Pagan religions are older than the Ethiopian canon too. Does that make them true? Here's the thing. The Ethiopian Bible was preserved by a Hamitic people. Now, I'm not saying that to throw shade, but we gotta be real about who was given the Torah. The Torah wasn't given to every nation. It wasn't handed out like flyers at the street corner. It was given to a specific people for a specific purpose. And the Ethiopians, as much as we respect their history, they weren't the ones chosen for that covenant. That's just facts, and we gotta deal with it. Now, let's break it down with the scriptures. Genesis chapter 10, verse 6 to 7. If you got your Sefer or your Hallelujah scriptures, go check it. It says Cush, or Cush, is the son of Ham. And if you look at ancient maps, Ethiopia is Cush. So, Ethiopians are Hamites. That's not my opinion, that's what the word says. I know. Sometimes we want to claim every African nation as our own. But the Most High divided the nations for a reason. Ham had his line, Shem had his, and Japheth had his. We talked about this in the last episode, right? The nations after the flood, who's who, and why it matters. So, when we talk about Ethiopia, we're talking about the descendants of Ham, not Shem. That's a key distinction, and it's one the enemy wants us to forget. Let's keep it moving. David, King David, for those who don't know the Hebrew, he makes it plain in Tehillim, Psalms chapter 147, verse 19 to 20. He says, He shows his word unto Yaakov, his statutes and his judgments unto Yashar El. He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. That's heavy, right? David isn't stuttering here. He's saying, look, Yahuwah gave his word to Yashar El, not to the nations around them, not to Egypt, not to Cush, not to Rome, not to Greece, only to Yashar El. So, when people try to say the Ethiopian Bible is the original, or that Ethiopia had the Torah first, they're missing what the scriptures actually say. The Most High made a covenant with one people, and that's who he revealed his judgments to. Now, let's talk about the real identity of the Bible. The scriptures were written by Shemites, the prophets, Shemites. The Messiah, a Yehudi from the tribe of Yehuda, a Shemite. This isn't about pride, it's about truth. I mean, think about it. The whole story, from Genesis to Revelation, is a Hebrew story. It's not a universal, everybody's included from the jump story. It's about a family, a covenant, and a promise. And as we talked about in the episode, The True Besorah Gospel, the nations are grafted in, but they don't replace Yasharel. The root is Hebrew, the language is Hebrew, the culture is Hebrew. If you miss that, you miss the whole point of the Bible. Here's where it gets real. Hasatan, the adversary, he knows identity matters. If he can get us to focus on Ethiopia or any other nation instead of Yasharel, he can confuse the awakening. I mean, look, it's not about hating on Ethiopia or any other people. It's about clarity. If you don't know who you are, you'll fall for anything. That's why there's so much confusion out here. False glory, false identity. The enemy wants to shift the spotlight. So the real remnant stays asleep. But we're waking up, family. We're remembering who we are. And that's dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. So, family, let's wrap this up. The Ethiopian Bible, it's not the original. Ethiopians, according to scripture, are not Shemites. The Most High gave his word to Yasharel. And that's who the covenant is with. Don't let the noise distract you from the truth. Stay rooted, stay awake, and hold fast to what is true. And that's all for today, family. I'm Pierre Ligi, your brother from the tribe of Yehuda, and this is The Remnant Awakens. If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so it reaches more people, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification if you're awakening to truth. And comment below with what stood out to you the most. And if you know someone still believing that false claim, share this episode with them. Until next time, Shalom. See you all on the next episode.
Praise be to you, Yahuwah my Elohim. Praise be to your Son, Yahushua my Messiah. I come at your feet in the name of your Son. Thank you for the knowledge you pour onto me, and thank you for breaking out the shackle that was bound on my face. Yahuwah, you are the only true living God. Indeed. Thank you for your Yahusha, whom you truly love. You are Elohim, the Elohim of the Elohim.